Tuesday to you. Big waves, big waves. Good to see you. Good to see you. So this week I'm actually traveling. I'm down in Louisiana, and sometimes you got to just cross your fingers on Wi-Fi and all this when you're on the road. But it's okay because I'm getting to see you this morning, and it makes my day. I'm coming in solo today, and Coach Myra had a couple of things to do, and so we want to wish her well on her day on that. And I also today want to wish Melinda. Everybody give Melinda a shout out in the comments. It's her birthday. Melinda, I would sing to you, but I don't want to make you cry today. So we'll save that for another day. But happy birthday to you. I hope you have an amazing day and know that you're loved by all of us on the Coach's Corner. And so our word for today is care. Care. And I thought about this a lot last night. I was driving back from Louisiana thinking about this word. I was driving back from Bastrop to Monroe, Louisiana, and from my meeting, we were around people, and it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of laughs. We cut up last night, and I was thinking about the word care. I knew we were going to talk about that today. And when you look at the definition of the word, feel concern or interest, attach importance to something, to look after or provide for the needs of. And I had that definition kind of going through my mind, and I thought, where am I going to go with the word care? Because it's we all know we need to care for people. We all know we need to, we've had people in our life that's cared for us. And then I came across this. Mandy Hale said this: to make a difference in someone's life, you don't have to be brilliant. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be beautiful, thank goodness, or perfect. You just have to care. You just have to care. And I thought about that, and I thought, and here's where I want us to go this morning. This is going to be a short Coach's Corner this morning. It always is, but it might be a little extra short because it's just me. But I want you to think about this morning what I thought about last night as I drove. I thought about the teachers in my life growing up. I thought about the coaches in my life that I had, youth league, high school, and so on and so forth. I thought about the mentors that I've experienced in my teaching career and my coaching career when I was a computer programmer, in network marketing. I thought about that, and I thought about all of them, and the thing that the people, think about yours, okay? Dwight Owens, think about yours as you was growing up there in Alabama. And who were those people in your life, whether they were teachers or they were coaches or they were your relatives, or who are they? Maybe they were in your platoon, but you just knew they cared. You knew they had your back. You knew they had your best interest. You knew it wasn't that they were brilliant. It wasn't that they were rich. It wasn't that they were beautiful. Maybe some of them were. Here's the thing. They weren't perfect, but you knew they cared. And odds are, here's what I do. I challenge you today to at least just one of those people, write their name down. Think about them today. Think about that person today that comes to your mind. Maybe it's a spouse, but you just know they care deep down. And then I got to thinking as I'm driving, that's the mobile classroom. I got to thinking, what traits do those people show that they make so much of an impression? I've told you this before. What really came to my mind is my professor in college. I've told you before, I had speaking is something that really is rough for me. It's tough for me. I grew up getting pulled out of the classroom for speech issues and you know, so a lot of times when I read, I want to read from the right to the left. When I get in front of people, you know, I get tongue tied, my words get twisted. You know, I change things up, and I really dealt with this as a kid. It was an embarrassment for me. It was a struggle for me. It was something that I just decided I would just stay quiet because it was easier. And then I got into college and I had a professor that would not allow that to happen. I was actually going to drop the class, speech class. And he said, no, 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 no. We're going to do this together. And he he didn't change my problem or my issue. He created an opportunity for me to overcome it. And I'll never forget that. And it's because he cared. And we've all got those people in our life. But what traits do they show? That's really where I want us to go today. Is I looked at myself as I'm driving down the road, and I thought, I got to think about these traits they had. And number one, the first trait that these people in my life that have cared about Brent Palmer has shown is they do it. They don't just say it. Think about that. It's powerful. When I was having that problem with my speech and getting up in front of people, he didn't just say, no, you're going to get up there and do it because I'm the boss of the classroom. He did it with me. I'll never forget him saying, we're going to overcome this. And I didn't know his strategy. And looking back, it was a little crazy. But we got on our hands and knees. We crawled around the room like acting like farm animals. But he did it with me, right? And let me tell you, it was embarrassing enough that after that point, you wasn't embarrassed to get up in front of the room and talk. You'd embarrassed yourself enough just crawling around on the floor. But he did it with me. He did it instead of just saying it. That's one of the traits I thought about. Number two, I thought about people in my life that really has truly cared. And what I find them doing is they pick their battles. One of my mentors in network marketing always said there's a book out there that says, choose the hill you wish to die on. And he said, sometimes, you know, people that truly care, they analyze and they look at, is this battle really worth it? And they pick their battles. And they don't argue, they try to solve. Think about that. As I'm driving now, this might be crazy to you. I hope this is okay. I hope it makes sense today. But I'm driving, I'm thinking about all this stuff, and I thought, man, I need to be a person that cares more, that chooses to pick my battles, right? Don't try to fight everything, Brent. But also, don't look to argue. You don't have to raise your hand, but are you a person lately that's like quick to argue rather than be the person that listens and looks to solve, looks to help, looks to be a problem solver, not an arguer to a situation. Number three, man, some of the best coaches I had that cared, they apologized often. They would stand up in that locker room and say, you know what? I take this loss. We weren't prepared. It's on me. And I look back on that, I go, they weren't in the wrong. They prepared us, but they took it on their shoulders, right? How many of you, raise your hand if you've had those people in your life that was quick to apologize, even if they weren't in the wrong? Another trait of somebody that cares is they show time, they show patience, they show attention. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. They share time, they share patience, they share attention, they share their money, they share ultimately their love. Think about that. They're just a sharer. And then the last one I thought about on traits of people that care, they genuinely appreciate their work. You just see them. Raise your hand if you've had that person in life. Maybe it's a doctor that cared about you. And you could just tell, man, they loved what they did. Like they were passionate about it. They took pride in it. They loved their work, but they also loved the people they were serving. And I had a great teacher one time and I was a terrible student, just putting it out there. But I had a teacher one time that you could tell she loved coming to work every day. She loved what she did. And man, she served and cared about those kids in that classroom. And what I thought about that is as I was driving and I want to leave this morning, is I thought, that's what I want to be remembered as. I'm not so sure I get up every day and everybody around me can say, man, that guy cares. He truly cares. But here's the thing. I want to be that person. So the challenge for me today, and thank you for putting this word out there, Sonia, of care, because I want to be the person that goes out each and every day and the people around me feel the word care because of my actions, because of what I'm doing, because of the way my attitude, because of showing up, not just saying it, because of not being so quick to argue, but looking at the situation and seeing how I can be somebody that helps with the issue. Being somebody that I can say, you know what, maybe we didn't communicate that correctly. Let me help the situation. Maybe I had to apologize often. And then ultimately share my time, share my patience, share my attention, possibly money, but ultimately love. Share that out there. And so that's what this word meant to me today. I hope it's added some value to you. I apologize. It was just me this morning. But I do appreciate your time. And as always, I love you. I'm grateful for you. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great Tuesday. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Love you guys.
Thanks, Coach. Blessings.
Thanks, Brent.
Thank you, Brent.
Thanks, Brent. Great job.